What is going on, guys? It is your boy Meteoric LH back at it again with another video. And this gameplay, first things first, it's extremely old. This is from like 2020. I'm real. I just didn't feel like recording anything new when I got off work. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I was a lazy ass nigga. I just wanted to record this and then go smoke my weed and go to fucking sleep. By the time you're seeing this, it's gonna be out on Thursday. I haven't made a YouTube video in a very long time. I'm gonna try to post pretty much almost every other week or every week. No promises. But today we're gonna start off light, and I'm gonna tell you guys how Bumblebee became the Transformers character with zero friends and who just can't fit in anywhere. And I'm gonna tell you the origin story of why he is such a loser on Cybertron now, and how he snaked out his niggas. Now, a lot of you Bumblebee fans, this is going to be a very hard story for you to hear because you're not going to be able to accept that your favorite character is a bitch ass nigga. And I understand that. But he is a bitch ass nigga at the end of the day because what he did is so grimy and so snaky that I just can't accept and believe that a lot of you guys are still his fan. You know, we're going to take it back. A lot of people don't know Bumblebee used to be very broke. Like, after G1 in the 80s, he didn't have money like that for real. He couldn't be used really by Hasbro. So, he was just kind of just there existing. He had no money to his name. He had no hoes. None of the Cybertronian hoes was fucking with him at that time. He would go on two-mans with Jazz, with Cliffjumper, not Jazz. And both of the girls would just go after Cliffjumper. That's how you know this nigga had no motion. Like, the hoes was going after Cliffjumper. No disrespect to Cliffjumper, that's my guy. But that nigga Bumblebee wasn't like that for real. He was living with Optimus at the time. He was in the basement. Alita wanted to kick the nigga out, and Optimus kept begging with Alita. He's like, babe, I know you want him gone, but he needs to stay here for a little bit. Just wait until he gets on his feet. And Alita hit that nigga with the, you've been telling me that this nigga Bumblebee just needs to get back on his feet since the 90s. Nigga, it is 2005. When is he going to get back on his feet? She was getting tired of it. But what she didn't know is that Megatron just called this nigga 20 minutes before they had this convo. And he said, Optimus, I just got a call from Hasbro. They're looking to put us in a movie. We're going to have our own cinematic movie universe. We got to go to this meeting and meet up with these niggas. So Optimus and Megatron pull up. Starscream is there with Megatron, and Jazz is there with Optimus. The four of them pull up, and Hasbro sits them down. He's like, yo, we want to make a Transformers live action movie. We're excited to do this. We want to have you guys on board. You guys can do you can do whatever you want with this movie. We just want to pick the director. Y'all can pick what cast of Autobots you want to hear for real. We just want to pick the director. They're like, bet, say less. We gonna see how it is. So they picked their roster of Autobots. Originally, Optimus didn't even want Bumblebee in there for real like that. But Bumblebee, he was doing that puppy dialogue bullshit. And Optimus was like, fuck, bro, let me get this bum ass nigga in here. Like, maybe this can help him get back on his feet. And that's just Optimus being a nice ass guy for real. Optimus puts him in the movie. Bumblebee starts getting back on his feet once he gets announced as he's gonna be in the movie. All the other Autobots are extremely happy for him. They're just talking about, oh boy, Bumblebee, you're really back, bro. Like, I'm so proud of you, man. And Bumblebee was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get the hose again. I'm gonna get my money back up. I could be in putting more things for real. And this is how Bumblebee's life starts going up because he's put in, if you didn't know, he also gets put in her fucking animated at this time. Bumblebee's life is really turning around. And that's when Jazz accidentally finds a little sheet of paper in his changing room of the script saying that Bumblebee was going to die in the movie. Now, all the Autobots and the Decepticons already kind of had an idea that some people were going to die in the movie, and they were extremely against it. They already said, look, man, I don't want none of us dying in this movie, but if people are going to have to die, then so be it. But they said, hey, it doesn't make sense if you're going to have this be like a tester movie or a starter test movie to have all of us dying here, because that makes no sense. But, Michael and them, they didn't listen. So Jazz finds this, and he tells Optimus, and Optimus and Megatron call an emergency meeting. Bumblebee's in there distraught. He is crying. He's like, I just got my life back together. Like, they really trying to just kill me off that fast? And Bumblebee's over there sobbing. And Jazz seeing Bumblebee sob Being the real nigga he is, Jazz says, I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna die in this movie. The whole room went quiet. Even Bumblebee was shocked. Optimus looked at Jazz like, bro, what are you doing, bro? I need you. Don't do this. But Jazz was like, bro, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna make sure our movies are good. He kept saying, I'm gonna make sure our movies are good. He promised that nigga Optimus and Megatron, he's like, I'm gonna write our movies after this one. After 2007 comes out, I'm gonna write our movies. And that's what Jazz really wanted to try to do. He started working on the sequel to 2007, and they didn't even finish filming 2007. So fast forward, everything goes fine with 2007. It comes out. Bumblebee is a standout star of that movie. Everything is going great. 2008 comes on. Jazz is working on Revenge of the Fallen script. And if you know, during this time in real life, the writer's strike happened. Writer's strike happens. But Jazz, he don't care about that. He said, I'm going to still work on this even though there's a strike going on. I'm going to still work on it so my niggas know that this movie going to be heat when it come out. And that's what he did. Now, keep in mind, Bumblebee is a breakout star now. And what a lot of people didn't really know and really weren't tapped in, only certain Autobots knew, Bumblebee started hanging out with Michael. So Jazz already kind of knew this, and he texted Bumblebee. He said, yo, bro, I just finished the script to Revenge of the Fallen. At the time, it wasn't called Revenge of the Fallen. It was called Power of the Prime. He's like, yo, Bumblebee, I just finished called Power of the Prime. I'm going to send it to you. So show it to Michael and let me know what he thinks. Bumblebee texted back and said, I bet, bro, I got you. Don't even worry about it. Guess what? That nigga never heard nothing back. I know, crazy. Bumblebee never called him back or nothing. But Jazz had to call Bumblebee 3 weeks later to even find out something, and Bumblebee lied and said that Michael liked it. So Jazz was under the impression his movie is going to be made, and he was hyped. He didn't talk to nobody else really about it. He just told Optimus and Megatron, he was like, yo, bro, Bumblebee told me that Michael liked it, so I'm assuming y'all good to go when y'all start filming, because they were about to leave to filming in a couple of weeks. Keep in mind, Jazz is still on Cybertron. He's at home. He didn't go over there with the filming. He just stayed at the crib. Fucking talking to Slipstream. Trying to beat that shit up. Shout out my nigga Jazz. He got the hoes like that. But, the rest of the Autobots and Decepticons, they pulled down because niggas don't even know this. Sunstreaker and Sideswipe, they were in that hoe together. Sunstreaker comes down. He said, and he saw Skids and Mufflap. He's like, who are these niggas? He's like, they saw Skids. He's like, you are not Skids. What is your real name? Those two niggas was lying. Then Michael comes over. He's like, yeah, man, we saw Jazz's script and it just wasn't what we were looking for. And, here's Sideswipe and Skids and Mufflap. So Sideswipe, your brother is no longer needed for this movie. And they had that nigga Sunstreaker sent back. Not only did they have him sent back, guess who else was in the movie? Cliffjumper. They sent his ass back to Cybertron as well. Blur was also in the movie and they sent him back. So three key Autobots were no longer in his movie. Not only was he not in the movie, the Decepticons that Jazz wrote in, Skywarp and Thundercracker, the Combaticons, all those niggas were gone. And they were replaced for Devastator and the Fallen. That nigga was hot. He was hot. Soundwave had a very important role to this movie, and he was in space the entire time. Alita 1 had a very important moment with Optimus. Chromia and Ironhide also had a lot of important scenes together. All that shit was cut out. And those niggas died in 15 seconds. RC was supposed to make a game playing fucking save or some shit like that. She didn't even do dick in that movie. She didn't do shit. Them niggas was fucking pissed, bro. But then what they realized, what they peeped, that nigga Bumblebee had the most screen time out of all of them. My nigga Megatron was hot. Megatron was like, ain't no way Jazz wrote this, bro. He's like, ain't no way Jazz wrote this. Ain't no way. All of them were confused. They're like, this don't even feel like something Jazz would make. Why would he give the most screen time in the Bumblebee and just not tell us? And that's when Ironhide, Ironhide, he's the old wise nigga. He's like, bro, he didn't write this shit. This isn't him. And they're like, this nigga didn't write that shit, bro. They were fucking pissed, but they didn't tell Jazz at all. My nigga Jazz was left in the dark. He come home one day after chilling with Slipstream's crib. He sees Cliffjumper on his couch. He's like, bro, why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be on Earth right now filming the movie? That nigga Cliffjumper said, man, you won't believe what they did, bro. He told Jazz everything. But Jazz couldn't believe him. He was like, there's just no way they did that for real, bro. Cliffjumper just kept telling that nigga, just wait until you see your movie, bro. Just wait until you see the movie. 2009. The day that they were supposed to go see the movie and shit on that premiere, it was already a bad day. Michael Jackson died that day. That Jazz was supposed to go see Revenge of the Fallen. So my nigga was already sad that Michael Jackson died. R.I.P. the GOAT. And then he goes to see Revenge of the Fallen. He sees all his niggas just staring at him, giving him dirty looks and side eyes. Optimus and Alita aren't even talking to him. Megatron just keeps telling him, just leave me alone right now, bro. Just leave me alone right now, bro. He can't even, the rest of the Decepticons aren't even looking at him, bro. So he has to go talk to Ironhide and Chromie, the only two niggas who are really trying to hear him out and speak to him. He said, bro, what's going on? Why is everybody upset? Ironhide just tells him, just wait until you see this movie, bro. He watches the movie. My nigga was heartbroken, bro. His entire movie was changed. There was not a single scene that they left in his original vision that was there. The only thing that they kept was the forest fight. That was the only thing that they kept. And they changed half of the forest fight. It was supposed to be way longer, but they changed half of it, made it a little shorter and condensed. My nigga was upset. He was fuming, bro. And where was that nigga Bumblebee? He was over there sitting with Michael. Over there laughing and just clapping up a storm saying this movie was heat, bro. But my nigga didn't feel that way. Then at the after party, my nigga Jazz, he was meeting with the rest of the Autobots and Decepticons. He was just apologizing. He said, bro, I didn't know this was going to happen. I'm sorry. And they were just telling him, bro, we're not even mad at you at the end of the day, bro. We're mad at him. At that nigga Bumblebee. Because that nigga Bumblebee lied. Because remember what I told you. Bumblebee told Jazz that Michael said that Michael liked it. He didn't fucking like that movie, bro. But here, this is where the messed up thing comes out. Bumblebee walks over. And Jazz asks him, like, bro, why did you lie to me? And tell me that he liked this movie when he didn't. I could have rewrote the script. And Bumblebee laughed. He said, I actually rewrote the script. And everybody was like, what do you mean you rewrote the script? None of us have that creative control. And Bumblebee was like, you don't have that creative control. I do. Again, everybody's confused. Like, what are you talking about? This is when Bumblebee drops the bomb on them. And the bomb was quite a bomb. Bumblebee recently signed a contract to have full ownership and creative control in the Bayverse movies. So he can change and make those movies whatever his heart desired. Whatever he wanted, he had control to do that. And they couldn't believe it, bro. None of those niggas could believe it. They're like, there's no way this nigga did this shit, bro. And that's how it is, bro. That's basically the story of how Bumblebee got zero friends and just doesn't fit on Cybertron anymore. He sacrificed his friends for that check, and they don't fuck with him anymore because of that, and it's valid. It's valid. They did him dirty. This is why when you see most adaptations with Transformers now, Bumblebee is there because he forces himself to be placed into things. You know, niggas don't even really know. The Bumblebee movie, the whole reason why that came out is because Optimus and Jazz financed that shit for him. Bumblebee made those niggas finance that shit for him to start a whole new universe centered around him. Niggas don't even know that for real, for real. Once you finally, snap out of that Bumblebee genjutsu, you realize that he's a horrible fucking person. Because he is a horrible fucking person, respectfully. Because these are your so-called brothers and you're doing them so down and dirty. And this is why I get so upset when Bumblebee fans try to act like this nigga is just nothing but innocence and pure light. He's really a bitch-ass nigga who can't be trusted. You know what I mean? So it's forever and always fuck Bumblebee and fuck his bum-ass fans. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? If that nigga didn't fuck up everything, shit, those Bay movies might have been fire. But this nigga fucked up everything. And that's why I always never fuck with the Nightverse. Because that's just his verse. You know, I don't give a fuck about those movies. Travis Knight is literally just Bumblebee's best friend. And Bumblebee told him just, hey man, I want this, and this in my movie. That's just how I feel at the end of the day, man. Anyway, this has been your boy Meteoric LH. I'm going to sleep now. Catch you guys later. Peace.
どうだって